Larry, you came to us today with the conspiracy theory that you've already made clear you don't stand by.
I'm on the other side of this.
You're on the other side of it, but it's
Vehemently.
exciting. We haven't talked about it very much.
Too many people hold this to be not only just a conspiracy theory, they believe it in their bones to be true.
Oh, this is huge. They think they know who filmed it.
Yeah.
I'm leading the club.
You're not jumping it. I think this is exciting. You said My Momma Told Me.
The moon landing was fake.
I had to break up with my mama. Yeah. That relationship was no longer, that relationship was dead to me at that point. Yeah. Mom, you're dead to me. It's the most ridiculous theory ever that is based on the thinnest of assumptions and suppositions and everything, and just ignores everything that is true about real life.
Whoa.
In every single way. It's crazy to me.
So there has never been a point at any time in your life where you even questioned the validity of the moon landing.
No, I was a witness. Conspiracy theorists are researchers. That's the difference. I'm a witness. They're a researcher. You know?
Yeah.
And here's my theory about how conspiracy theories work. So conspiracy theorists, they want you to, they demand evidence for the obvious, but require you to swallow the preposterous. So that's how it works. You have to give all this evidence for the obvious things, but I'm just supposed to swallow the preposterous.
Yeah.
But now, do you not believe that there are major conspiracies?
What by conspiracies? What do you mean?
Just a group of people conspiring to sell a half truth or whatever, right? Like, I mean, that's all it is, right?
Yeah.
It's just like a group coming together to kind of shield the truth.
I mean, the Lincoln assassination was a conspiracy.
Okay, so we're in on conspiracies.
Oh, yeah, it's not conspiracy. It's the type of conspiracy.
That's fair.
You're saying this one specifically is so far-fetched.
Oh, it's crazy. I'm shocked that it even is one. And reputable people. It's really in the Earth flat category as far as I'm concerned. Oh, wait.
Okay.
I don't want you guys are...
No.
We got some other shit cooking over here.
Yeah, it's much weirder. What
we in the moon flat,
bro.
You know, that moon is flat.
Our Earth is triangle. We got some other shit.
It's a parallelogram.
Ever seen the pyramids?
Our Earth is a parallelogram.
Good luck keeping up, Playboy.
What you got, Mars? You a parallelogram?
I'm more of a rhombus guy, but that's where we differ.
Yeah.
And that's not a big deal.
We don't align perfectly in our beliefs.
Right.
I wonder, or I want to hear more about how you see yourself as a witness, because I think that's an important element of all of this for the people that think about this.
I grew up loving the space program. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid. I always tell people I'm not a boomer and I'm not a Gen X. I'm in the moonshot generation.
Okay.
This is people who grew up with that in our window. You know, I grew up in California and I would see rocket trails all the time. So for us,
what do you think those trails contain?
Exactly. You mean chemtrails, Larry? You mean chemtrails? Right. For me, it contained dreams.
Okay.
That's what it contained.
Okay.
That anything
dreams
was possible.
that made me so mad.
Exactly right. And those were white dreams, Larry. What color was that smoke? Those were white dreams. That wasn't black smoke coming out there. It wasn't a pope. They were like...
dreams that made me so much worse at school.
Right, exactly.
But taller.
Exactly. But anyhow, I followed it from a very young age. I remember collecting rockets and things like that. But there has been no more inspiring organization that, did things for humanity than NASA.
Yeah.
In terms of the history of the country. And no more honorable one. And here's why NASA's honorable. It is filled with nerds. Okay?
Yeah.
There's no more honorable group than nerds. You could take...
Brother, I can't go with you on this.
Wait, hold on a second. You could go to any field that nerds are a part of.
Yeah.
They will be the first one to call you out on misinformation.
Oh, that's fair.
That's what I mean.
I agree with that.
That's what I mean by honorable.
Yeah.
Tell them niggas Spider-Man's black and see what happens.
Right. Because they're canon.
Yeah.
Because they're canon.
Yeah.
That's what it is. What is the canon of it? Spider-Man wasn't a nigga in the beginning.
Yeah.
Somebody decided he should be black. And nerds say, no.
What? Because you know named Peter.
Yes. They
Yeah,
say, and nerds will say, no, motherfucker. That's not how it started. Because nerds believe the first thing, Nerds are very intense on truth, fairness, honor, all these things. That's what I mean. You could take nerds in any category, and that's what it feels like.
Right.
The The most important nerds on the face of the earth in the 1960s were space nerds, were the motherfucking engineers who were designing the systems and the programs to get people into space and to the moon. You think these people are going to fake something? Good luck with that.
Right. You know, I will say that a lot of those nerds were Nazis too, so they had reason to not tell us all the truth.
The other
Nazi scientists were the most honorable Nazis.
Sure. Yeah.
Werner von Braun.
This is a complicated take.
Yes, it is complicated.
It's probably true.
The most yeah, I get that.
I think they were just mixing chemicals. They weren't necessarily doing it with like
I think also
a face hung up on the wall, being like.
I think also sometimes. Mm-hmm. You can get scientists to do bad by allowing them to do the science.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, hey, here's this funding for this science.
Right.
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Bro, part of the reason that the fucking nuclear bomb exists is because they were like, hey, we'll let you play with some uranium.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I ain't never had uranium before. I'm going to see what happens.
Oppenheimer, one of the most important nerds in the history of there.
Yeah. Famously good guy.
Yeah. Now, nerds can be assholes, of course. Yeah. But they will tell you the truth, even if it hurts.
And you're saying
destroys families, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They're kind of, sociopath isn't the right word,
It probably
they're
is.
on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Nerds are on the spectrum, and sometimes they just don't care about your feelings because the truth is more important to them.
I think, if I'm hearing you correctly, is that there are too many people who would have believed in that truth to allow the fake version of this to actually have existed.
They would not allow it. They would have called it out. They at any point where, and by the way, the coordination of this has to involve the people who are the most knowledgeable about this.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. It could not happen, because first of all, either they blasted off or they didn't. There were a lot of people that witnessed that, and there's still records of that. Okay, if you say they blasted off and they were only in Earth orbit, at a certain point, there's got to be a handoff where some nerds are aware of this handoff to real life to fake life, which absolutely didn't happen. And somebody's got to write this script.
Sure.
Did they say it was Kubrick?
Yeah, right. Stanley Kubrick production.
If you know anything about Stanley Kubrick, the last thing he's going to do is something like this. Spielberg could barely get Kubrick on the phone, Yeah. Stanley Kubrick is going to do something for the government, for Christ's sakes.
Right. I mean, this is maybe a younger Kubrick, a little more ambitious.
Maybe.
He already made 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Because what year was 2001: A Space Odyssey?
That came out in 1968.
And what year was?
But he started developing it in 1963.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm curious to know how you respond, because what I had always heard about the possibility of the space of the moon landing being fake is not that they didn't go up there, but more that the results didn't yield in a way that they would have wanted, and so they faked it afterwards.
That's how I had heard it.
So
they did it in post.
So what does it mean by fake? Like, so they did go there?
They did go there, in theory.
So what part was faked?
They then shoot a film to replicate the journey to space so that we are able to consume it as a public.
Right.
I don't understand what part was faked.
The fake would be
the actual,
shooting it.
I don't think that's what people say. The people that refute it say that it never happened. And
no, there's a sect of people that say this did not happen at all. And then there's another sect of people.
Those are the people I'm concerned with.
Okay. Yeah. You're comfortable with the possibility of this.
No, but that doesn't make sense.
Okay, tell me more about that.
There we go.
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, if you, are you talking about a reenactment or something? No, of course not.
That they filmed and then aired for people to see.
Now, here's what they had.
Yeah.
At the time, they had simulations, is what they were called.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw a lot of simulations because they didn't have direct video feeds. So as an audience, contemporary audience at the time, that's what we watched. But we knew the difference between a simulation and an actual feed. Here's the irony about faking anything back then. And this has to do with video technology and that kind of thing. Technologically wise, it was easier to go to the moon in 1968 than it was to convincingly fake going to the moon. And ironically, it's easier to fake going to the moon today than it is to actually go to the moon.
And I would argue...
That's the irony of ironies.